right. I know I can't get enough of you. Leave it all to bloom. You were right. I know I can't get enough of you. No, the things that I would do under the water. I'm sinking further down, floating on nothing. I'm nothing. Arms are wide open. I'm calling out your name, sitting and waiting. I'm waiting. You were right. I know I can't get enough of you. You were right. I know I can't get enough of you. Leave it all to bloom. You were right. I know I can't get enough of you. No, the things that I would do. Cold in the river, lips moving, there's no sound. Pulling me under, I'm under. You're giving me nothing. Keep telling me I'll be found. Keeping me guessing, I'm guessing. You were right. You were right. I know I can't get enough of you. You were right. I know I can't get enough of you. You were right. I know I can't get enough of you. Leave it all to bloom. You were right. I know I can't get enough of you. No, things that I would do.
Gonna call when I make it home. So bored when I'm on my own because of you, only for you. My heart's beating upon my sleeve, trying to figure out if you mean the things you do, only for you. And I know you can't even think right now, and advice is something I can live without. Oh Lord. And you should hold your breath from behind your text and second guess all the things that rattle around my head. No more, no less than chemicals and pheromones. Oh heaven knows.
Hey, traders. Welcome to episode 707 of the show. You can be doing anything, but you're here, and I appreciate it. It's been a couple days since that really nice one with Larley. We had a great 6-hour plus live stream last Friday, and yesterday one of my best friends came in from out of town with the bowl with Alabama, and there's just no time. Like, he just wasn't around long, so I wasn't gonna stream and make him sit there and wait for me. So you get it, things happen. Gotta use it. This one's called Hunger by Sam Sure. Not bad, right? Okay, so Sunday stream. The weekly closes in 1 hour and 49 minutes. And this week we've done almost nothing, right? Price action has been very tight on its range, between really 8,500 and 7,700. So, $800 range or whatever. But again, I think we're starting to develop maybe some sort of pattern, in the short term. Like, really just after the impulse, the consolidation you're getting might be kind of a descending triangle in a way, right? Excuse me. What? Oh. Sorry, I can't hear what's going on right now. So, man, we can look at the weekly in a sec, but as you can see, just the downtrend is there still. It's a beautiful downtrend, and you've been in this downtrend for, over 90 days now. So, there you have it, way below the 200 moving average. Now you're below, I think you're back below both moving averages on the 20 and the 50. Yeah. Look how we responded to those moving averages. Just, you ran up and you tested that 50 as resistance, could never really break above it, and then just continued testing it as resistance, the 20 then once you fell below them, and now you're selling off again. That's not the price action you're looking for in uptrends, okay? Yeah, you need to be above your moving averages. So below all three, not really good at all. But if we want, we can go what we were talking about on Friday with Larley. Was that idea on the daily? Well, do I not have it anymore? That's weird. Did it not save? Not sure. Maybe it's in the weekly. No, it's not on the weekly either. I'll get this, dude. I'll get it. I'll just replot it. It doesn't matter. Okay. Got my magnet on. Don't know how much it matters. I'm pretty sure we had it like this. It was like 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top. And we know the bottom is around 7,400 or so. I think it could be a little lower, actually, just a little bit. Okay. So look what's happening on the daily, like with the MACD, that 200-day moving average. You tested it, failed, and now you're selling off, right? And the daily's not really telling us yet that there's impending price action reversal to the upside. Not quite. Looks like you're getting closer to doing it, though, right? When you have like a low on price, you're kind of making a lower low right now. If we close the week, or really the day, where we are now, it'll be the lowest candle close we've had since June 12th of this year. So it would be the lowest candle close of this entire downtrend we've been in for nearly 100 days. All right. Not really what you're looking for. That's okay. Jeremy S. had the idea that maybe we're forming some sort of falling wedge now. And did we figure out the Hype King chats? Or mods? Do we pick a winner? I mean, I know who the real front runners were for it. There weren't that many. It was just Brett, Tyler M. Cruelty, and Kevin, I think, so far. And I think they might have had their own candidates they chose, too, on their side. So, was VeChain doing things, really? Great. Yeah, Link's up like 12%. Nice, dude. It broke above 208. Let's go on Chainlink, man. What happens if you broke 208? Boom. Very nice. Maybe we backtest 208 at some point. Sorry, chat. Definitely recovering. Yesterday, I was, you know, it was definitely like celebration day, seeing my buddy, you know, and just hanging out with other friends too. It was just good. College football Saturday. And yeah, very chill. We went downtown, man, and I got to see a guy who I used to work with. He's like a radio DJ, not DJ, but like a broadcasting DJ. Like, he doesn't just do music, he does like shows, kind of like this, but just, you know, on the radio instead of the interwebs. Okay. When am I gonna grow my beard back? I don't know, anytime I want, I guess. It doesn't really matter. So, music's a little loud. My bad, dude. Is it really? Is the music really loud right now? Decibel levels are saying it's fine. I'm OBS. Russ says data shows most people holding Bitcoin haven't sold at 14K or at the current level. Majority is holding. Russ, you got source for that. Talk radio host. There you go. Drew Martin, exactly. XRP to BTC not looking bad. Yeah, Dawi. DeJager. Yeah, dude, it actually broke out of a downtrend it had been in since Christmas Eve of 2018, man. Merry Christmas. You can barely hear the music. See? What's going on, dude? Man, what's up with the debating, dude? No need to debate me, man. You like to party yourself? Yeah, man. Well, anyway, we know that there is support down here. Really, I thought it was 6,700, but I might be crazy here. It's that 6,700 area where there's a lot of support. Dude, where is it? My Ray tool. All right, there's like, yeah, 6,700 area. That's like the heart line of the channel too, like the equidistant channel, the crazy one. I think it was like some sort of a 1618 fib extension down there too. And Larly was talking about if we fell out of it, we could see some price action where, you know how it works, man, where it's like you fall out, but you've got like all day to come back or all week before, and you get back inside the channel. There might be some decent value down there. Also think because if you use like just your fibs, yeah, there's your 50% retrace and log scale, which is 6666. Are you kidding me?
Bruh.
Wow. That's crazy, man. So yeah, it does seem like another move down could happen, but man, we're freaking oversold. Freaking oversold right now. 25.4 or something on the RSI on the daily. Normally, like, you can't. Normally, when you're that oversold already, it's like it's harder, I think, for the asset to get really, like, to dump really hard, especially to make like a measured, like, not a measured move, you could say, but like just about the same impulse size, right, down. Something we were looking at, I know, is yeah, I think Lolly was talking about 50%. I like the 45% just because I'm playing my measure move a little bit more conservative, I guess, than maybe he was going from the top. So look, here's your 45% measure move, right? Also brings you down there. And again, I think there's a fib extension also. Right, fib extension, just going from like the low to high. No, I guess not on this. I don't know. He has the inverse fibs, but yeah, it's much lower. Wow. Okay, so think again. We think that there's a good chance it's possible Bitcoin could sell off one more time, and we could maybe see some lower levels before bouncing. Okay. The 4 hour on Bitcoin doesn't look so bad, but well, I mean, kind of. I mean, it's okay. Let's try to make sense of what Jeremy was talking about with a wedge of some sort. Just adjusting here. What did he do? Something like this. He did a wick, a candle close, a wick. Wicks. But I don't understand, Jeremy, how you could call it a wedge like that. How did he do that? Okay, he's doing non-log, I think. Okay. Okay. There you are. Something like that. So that's good, man. I mean, like, if you're going to anchor that way. But if you're anchoring like that, it's just channel, right? 1 and 2. But I get you. You're just going with what maybe makes the most sense or something. Screwball. Peanut butter whiskey. Okay, Bradford, dude. Hype in the chat for, yeah. Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Bruh.
Wow. Didn't even know that existed. Of course, everything exists, man. Everything. You're sworn to carry my burdens, TK? What does that mean, dude? I don't even understand. Okay, so maybe this is developing, which is cool, but again, you dump. Like, you sell off to the 6700 area, maybe where there's a measure move, there's fib confluence down there. You know, this may not play, but it could just take its time, right? Where it just, you know, whatever. Before breaking up. Really want to see some clear divergence on the daily. We don't have it yet. Not yet, man. Okay. But again, man, it's just like you can see that. I mean, maybe, you know, we're bouncing off the heart line again of the equidistant channel, the down slipping one, right? We've been in for like 100 days almost, bouncing off of it now when we fell below it. So making like a 98% retrace from the bottom. I wonder if we hit that wall again, that buy wall 7700, before bouncing inside the parameters of this small little triangle pattern, you know, descending triangle. Be interesting. But we know for a fact that for real, someone's saying like the 4 hour looks okay. I mean, like, kind of. I mean, like, the divergence you had, I think, already played out. That impulse up was divergence playing out. But the MACD is not very good. I mean, of course, it's much lower levels than before, but the negative momentum is building, right? It's picking up. It's not waning. It's waxing right now. So you're not over sold on the 4 hour, meaning like you are in bearish territory. I mean, you're at 34, 35. That's like perfect. There's room to run to the downside. Again, we know 7,400 and between 7,250 and 7,400 is like a really critical support. You just look left, man, back from September 2018, and then just the local bottom from June 7th and May of this year. Okay. We can measure move here. It's like $1,000. Where does that bring you? So you got the measured move and log scale of that symmetrical triangle, descending triangle, whatever you call it, the very large one we were in for a long time. And then you've got this one in linear scale that brings you down to 6,700. So you got multiple measured moves, one large pattern, one small pattern. Very interesting. Okay, just stupid amounts of confluence at that 6,700 area. Like, we're finding, I'm like, more and more stuff is like coming up. You know, it's pretty cool. So anyway, if we want to, we can, yeah. We'll look at Ethereum if you want, dude. It's fine. It's going well for now, right? I mean, talking about that wedge short, but you know, if Bitcoin runs the upside, this thing's going to get screwed. But this is already doing alright. You know, had a really nice red candle on the last 4-hour close. So I don't know if we'll get the measured move of this pattern 100%, right? But it was like a $22, $23 measured move. Okay, so that's it really. You know, the structure, much larger structure, is down sloping the channel, the up thrust. Don't you love that up thrust we had? And you hit the 38% retrace when you did it on log scale. It was awesome before the dump right back into it, and you almost hit the bottom of the channel again, but maybe you didn't because of the up thrust. So again, I saw like a rising wedge pattern. We said, okay, that lower high right there was what will lead you to believe maybe the sell-off's going to happen now and you're not going to pop to the upside. We talked about this wasn't the lowest risk area for a short for a wedge, but again, the lower high was what made you feel more confident that this was going to break out sooner rather than later, right? When you run up, you sell off, and then you make a lower high, and then you get back to that demand line. The lower high is like the confirmation a lot of times to the market that's it. It's like it's as bad or worse than a double top. The lower high on the attempted rally failure, and that's when we started talking about this and setting it up, like live on stream. I think this was Thursday. So there you go, man. Let's see how far Ethereum can go. Plenty of room to run to the downside on the 4-hour. You're like 39, so that's bearish territory and a lot of room. Okay, maybe if you sell off more, eventually you'll get some larger levels of RSI divergence or something, bullish divergence. But you got to get below 160 really to get confirmed divergence on a candle close. And then you still got to be higher than 16 when you get down there. Okay, that's how that divergence might develop. So yeah, right now as it stands, again, just the channel, man, the impulse, and then the consolidation, or it's not really consolidation, it's just more so the channel. It's confined. Very interesting on the 167.58. What are you doing right now? I mean, that's back to September of 2018. Look how we fell below it, and now we're back testing it as support. That's good price action. That's normally the stuff you want, but you break that, could be very bad. You might be springing to the upside right now. You really could be. And there is definitely, I mean, there was anyway, some bullish divergence on the RSI from a low here to a slightly lower low, about the same low, higher levels relative strength. So I don't know if that, I think maybe that divergence, is this it playing out? Is that it? Is that as high as it could go? It might have very well just already played out. So as it stands, you're below the 200 moving average, 200-day moving average. So the 50. Yep, had that death cross on the 5th of September, man. It's been 1 month, the 1 month anniversary, kind of, since the death cross. So daily death crosses are pretty serious business. I mean, obviously they're just lagging indicators, but you know, when you see it on such a significant time scale, it's definitely worth noting. Okay. Exactly, Brett. Depends on how strong the support is. Heartline, right? What is this, Rich May? What's he doing? What's up, Marco Rivera, dude? And Ace G. Good to see y'all. Good to see all of y'all on this Sunday. The weekly closing in about an hour and a half. I'm just hanging out with y'all. Just kind of going over things, making sure everyone's up to date on Bitcoin. We just did a pretty deep analysis on it on multiple time scales, and now we're looking at some alts and stuff. That's fine, great, whatever. Don't know, man, if it's, could be. That's a 786. So is that, it can't be a butterfly. it would only be able to be a shark or something, right? Right. No, a shark would be 886 to 113%, right? So it would look like something like that if this was to play out and it was to rally. Great shorting opportunity at 232, but again, we don't know. I mean, we're talking about just a small pattern here on the 4 hour. You could play as short this going, but let's just say this thing began to run to the upside. If you ever got to 230, you could go short, quite possibly. Okay, but for now, it's just hypothetical. No big deal, right? Let's look at Link though. Why not, man? We've been checking it out. There you go, dudes. Fantastic, right? Fan-freaking-tastic. All right, so this one big high flyer, or was anyway, and so it had been in a downtrend, about 90 plus days, and it kind of broke out of it a little bit. Head fakes, hitting that 50-day moving average, rejecting it, and coming back to and testing that 200-day moving average, and now rallying, and now you're above the 50. Above that 50-day moving average, and the critical area is between 198 and 208. All right, you broke it, so you're back in the upper part of it. Like, there's another range. It's like there was a range between 141 and 208, range between 208 and 274. Manufacturing consumers, thanks so much for the sub, dude. Welcome. If you are enjoying this live stream, please hit that like button, that bell, that sub, like Mr. Consumers. Okay. Whew. So very good, very good. It's up 11% today, 21.7 cents. Nice. So at this level, man, you just got to think, why would we not at least run up to test some candle high closes like 254? But I really think staying above this long enough, you should see 275. Just makes sense. I mean, like, you've broken the resistance all right now, right? You regarded it multiple times. And now in this 4 hour candle or daily candle, you've had a very nice move to the upside, bullishly engulfing, mind you.
Bruh.
Sorry man, the music is good. Maybe it was my 4,000 kids screaming while I'm trying to watch the almighty end of week stream. While we're at it though, can you check out PT on the NYSE?
Brian Reichner, man, thanks for the $5.87 of XRP. The XRP contribution. Thank you, dude.
XRP going to the moon. Yeah.
I don't know, sir.
Okay. So thank you, dude. Yeah, we'll look at PD on the New York Stock Exchange. Sure, man. So again, if this can hold, you would think in time 275 is the target. All right. That's it. On Link. That simple. Support resistance. We got it. Pager duty. Incorporated. Destroyed. Oh my god. Yeah, it is not IPO season, dude. Okay, so yeah, you're near the 1618 fib extension, 2636. You haven't gotten there yet. You made a low on price. This is the daily. You're making a lower low on price. You got much higher levels of relative strength. You're holding. You actually have positive momentum on lower prices. So kind of out of whack. Yeah, might be double bottom. Could be argued, yeah. But how are we gonna anchor this? Ignacio Pena, thank you so much for the sub, dude. Welcome. Gonna look at it like that.
Turning your attention inward as you focus on relaxing your body.
Oh, I gotta get a log scale, my bad. That'll change it. Okay, let me redo this now since we're in linear, and that makes more sense. So you're not near the 1618 in linear. In linear you're at near the 1414. So I don't know. Will we look at this like a wedge then? It's like, yeah, you like fell out of it, And now you're just back testing it.
your entire body and mind.
I'm not sure. It's like you had it like that, you adjust.
If any outside thoughts should
Something
come
like that.
into your mind, I want you to
Hey man,
simply
maybe.
brush them aside
You might be onto something.
and return your concentration to the
Dude, what is this girl whispering in the song?
breathing deeply and
Buy
relaxing
Bitcoin.
completely,
Buy Bitcoin.
heavier with relaxation.
I don't know, man. It's freaking me out. That's all I know.
Lightness of a protective
Okay, so maybe that could have been it. You could probably definitely just plot a channel too. Gotcha. But
experience a
either way, yeah, high or low, about the same low.
parts of your body.
I guess you are showing divergence right now, I guess.
Experience
So maybe there's upside potential. Okay.
natural state of calm. It feels very comfortable.
So how would we play it?
Feeling of
Yeah,
no
if you were gonna play it.
easiness is coming through.
I mean, I wouldn't be. You could have a pretty tight stop, you know.
Letting go. Letting go.
Say that was the bottom. We don't know it's the bottom, chat. We have no idea. But if you're talking about hypothetical, give yourself a little room. You know that 1414 is right below it. So
Any areas of your muscles where they may be
this is if you're gonna trade this, dude. And this is like how one would size it up. This you could size up any asset. Okay, the same way. Whoa, what the? What's happened? There you go, dude. All right. That's simple. That's how you trade a wedge, dude. 50% retrace, 61.8% retrace. Get wrecked. What's up, Marco and Alvin? Are we bullish on Bitcoin? Not yet, I don't think. I think there's probably a couple areas of value that are better than where we are now. I don't know really. Again, we know that Bitcoin has not made a common retrace to the upside from its previous high. We know the common retrace levels are between 89.41 and 9,700 right now, but you're just painting a bearish pattern, and you're not really showing any divergence on the 4-hour, nor are you really showing divergence on the daily yet. And that's why you think that all we did, we had a huge impulse down, and we've just been consolidating for like 10 plus days now, going nowhere, like less than a $1,000 range, very low volatility. So normally when that happens is it's just almost like indecision, like, oh, okay, so you're not getting any kind of V-shaped recovery or anything like that. It's just bearish consolidation. Okay. Log scale, all about the blocks. Log scale is measured in percentage change, whereas linear is measured in price change. That's about it. Okay. BSV show, you were certainly shilling. Okay. It's not called BSV Live though, remember? So, what's up, Fern Dog? Thank you for watching the broadcast. Okay. Yeah, just Sunday, man. Feeling rough after yesterday, but yesterday was totally worth. Okay. Definitely sent out a few drunk texts. Definitely regretted that in the morning.
Bruh.
All right, so that's PD, man. We'll see how it goes. All right. Set up some alerts, but we know that this may be completely invalid because we have not even come close to a 23% retrace yet. So this is just definitely a chance it could keep selling. Okay. But you just leave yourself a decent stop, and there's lots of upside potential on something like this. Okay. XRP. So still just hanging around. Look at that. Oh, the price action is terrible. Look at the death cross we got in August, mid-August, and how we're just regarding that 50-day simple moving average as a resistance. You just keep failing, right? But this is the lifespan. The lifespan chart of XRP that is just right at the upsloping support, the potential demand line, with the supply line way up, you know. Huh. You could dream on this one, man. Yes, I turned off super chat, Adrian A. Yes. Brett, certainly drunken TA. TNA, right? No, I didn't get that bad, dude. Can we get some hype in the chat, please? Oh my god. Help me wake up. What's up, Joe Fabiano? Dan G. Oh, thank you, Marco, man, for the kind words. I appreciate it a lot, man. No, we cannot have a dual king, Kanatomo. Sorry, that's just not how it works. Then we'd have a tri king, and then you'd have a quad king. You have to pick one. Have y'all not voted yet? I thought we were voting. I thought we'd start doing it on Sundays now. Hype king. Okay. Why y'all talking about VeChain doing things? No, it's not. It's down 2% today. The heck? All right, so that's it, dude. All right, maybe lots of upside potential here on XRP in time. All right, you can just layer into it. One could if they wanted. And just see what happens, man. You know, you just went through a period of range, my God, you know, from November 2015 all the way to March of 2017 for years. Much longer period of time here than here. So, don't know how it's going to play out. VeChain 2 and things. No, it's not. Forgive the brokenness. It's just stupid. Really don't know what we have going here at all. You know, we had the downtrend and we broke out of it and just back tested it. Now we're just going sideways. Doesn't really look bullish, man. I mean, after an impulse down like that and you go sideways, again, it's not a bullish thing. It's just bearish consolidation after the impulse. So, yeah, obviously, wait, we're right at all-time lows right now. We fell to all-time lows just a few days ago with these wicks. Never had a candle close below it though. So, good God, a third of a penny is what the VeChain is at. And you know, on that Walmart news, it ran all the way up to literally 1 penny. So in a very short period of time, you've lost most of your value. So it's hard to say if this is going to, I mean, people can take chances at all-time low supports. This one was manufactured December 2018, man. That's got to suck. Imagine owning VeChain for pretty much a year, 10 months, and you're at the price, if you say you bought in, you're a genius, you bought in on December 15th. That's what I'm saying. You held it a year. At one point, you were in the red. The opportunity cost involved there is awful. Like that's where your money was sitting when it could have been sitting in just a high interest savings account, right? 2.5%. You'd make better gains in a freaking money market account than you would have having it parked in VeChain. That's the way of looking at it. Wow. That's the way a lot of these altcoins are, though. Okay. Dan G, yep. Enjoyed my weekend. It's nice. It's pretty much over now, though, right? I mean, Sundays, I gotta do a lot of laundry, man. That is not what I'm not looking forward to that at all. I should just start paying someone to do my laundry. It's like the chore I hate more than anything is laundry. Okay. Oh man, I'm dragging. Oh yeah. So What else, man? Like, everything sucks. Altcoins, man, give me a break. Like here's your IOTA, right? Hit some supports, had divergence, had a really nice run to the upside, but as you can see, was terrible. Like, the run up just got completely wiped out. But hey, you somehow, some way, back tested the Momo shift trend line, regarded as support, and now you're just going sideways, holding with a 50 moving average, but you're kind of bearishly engulfing today. And you're really sitting in neutral, like right at 50 on the RSI. So yeah, man, I don't, that type of price action is not really that good. We're just lower highs than your previous high. I mean, it's just so sad because, like, from a high point to low point, you reverse your price action at the 236, super shallow retrace. At least we know it's a valid swing low. But your common retrace levels should be between 35 and 43 cents. We just never got there. And I don't know if we will. Go ask Bitcoin. Bitcoin will tell you if it's going to make it or not, all right? Maui, we already looked at XRP, okay? Andreas, yeah, I didn't stream yesterday, so my buddy came in town. So IOTA, just another S coin that has lost almost all its value from the bottom in December 2018. Probably had an 88% retrace here multiple times. Well, just depends, like from this low to high, you're probably an 88% retrace. Sprocket, sorry to hear that, man. How's my Sunday going? It's alright, dude. Just recovering a little bit. Oh, okay. So I think Bitcoin futures are open. So we can take a look. Well, I mean, the gap fill, you know, it's crazy how the gap fill is being regarded as a resistance, which is wild. I mean, you know, just according to Bulkowski and all the research he did on gap fills, talked about this, I think, a little bit with Larley, was 22% of the time gap fills act as support or resistance. So right now, you can't argue with that, right? You broke it, now you're kind of back testing it and failing. Still decent amount of negative momentum, even though it's waning. Could just start building again. You are oversold 28 on the RSI. And not only are you regarding the gap fill as resistance, you're also regarding the old overhead resistance as resistance once more from July of 2018, over a year ago. So can't hold this. I mean, it just seems like in time we should see 7,400. Can't hold 7,400. You're coming down to like 68, 6,700, which is what we're talking about, right? So, yep. I mean, talking like spot price is the exact price as the futures. Wonderful. Oh yeah, well, look at it. Oh, okay, I see it now. We actually gap down, so maybe we'll get a gap fill. 8,200 eventually. Yeah, dude, there's not really support where we are. I don't even know. I mean, I guess there's a very small amount, like from March and June of 2018. That's it. Much stronger support at lower levels. Okay. Great, man. Kai Vogel, what are you talking about? No, that's completely wrong. You're putting words in my mouth. You liked the concept of IOTA? Is it efficient? Not an efficient investment, or even gamble for that matter. Okay. Okay. That's not very good news. Whoever posted that news, man. Oh my god, China reportedly reluctant to agree to a broad U.S. trade deal. The talks set to restart. Okay, man, great. It's like the same freaking news. It's just like, let's just rinse and repeat and blame everything on the market that happens something to do with China. Okay. Now we can look at that. Yeah, Coach Cochran. That was one of my nicknames at Bama. Because evidently I look like Coach Cochran. So here's the S&P 500. We could look at the futures chart in a sec, I guess. But that's so nuts, man. How we looked at this obviously on Friday after close, but you never had a candle close below the upswing support or the demand line. You filled a gap. That was definitely a scenario we discussed on Thursday before the Friday candle happened. And yeah, just rallying right now to the upside. And you're safe for now until you eventually break this support. And there's a pretty large measured move. I'm talking like, 8% measured move. So you did somehow get back above the 50-day moving average too, which is good. Very good. But yeah, man. I think we did a poll that I'll be revisiting in, I don't know, like 3 weeks or something. We did it and was like, will the S&P 500 make all-time highs in the next 30 days? And most people said yes. So it's like, dang, dude, okay.
Laundry Connect.
That's right, Dan G, man. Thanks for the $5.05 of Ethereum. Yeah, dude, thank you, man. Thank you, Brian Reitner and Dan G, for the crypto contributions today. Thank y'all. The last time it snowed in Florida was in 1977. Is that really true? I don't know about that, man. It had to be sometimes where you get it like, Destin and all that. It can snow down there, right? Yeah, I guess we can look at Bitcoin's weekly chart. Wait, let's look at the ES real quick. Wow, that's nuts, dude. Remember how we had that triangle and we broke it and then made lower highs and sold off, and look how we tested the same area of support. Even that's the rising wedge, right? Or at this point we can just, it's not even a rising wedge here. Is it? Yeah, this is your futures chart. This is the way that I had the channel, and you're out of it. You definitely fell out. Oh yeah, I mean the wedge is the same, dude, isn't it? I think. It's more so like a channel almost, right? Yeah, dude, that's just like a channel. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty fantastic looking channel right there, I must say. All right, so I don't know, man. That's a pretty clear little double top, The neckline's way down at 27.75, and obviously, if you're in the dead middle of a channel, what does that mean? Coin flip, you can run all the way to the top, or you can run to the bottom. So that's where we are, right at very critical resistance points again, right? I mean, these are areas that, look how we struggled for a while, for like a week or two, in August, trying to break this. You're right back at it, making higher lows, which is good. Higher lows is always good, man. So, I mean, almost at this point, it's like, is there just some sort of almost, just from this high to this high, it's almost like a symmetrical or ascending triangle? Sorry, I'm just like I mean, like, whatever, dude. Like, just instead of just not being live, I'm just live doing what I'm be doing anyway by myself. So, right. So you have more accumulation than distribution, certainly, because of the angle of ascent of that demand line, and this is your supply line up here. Okay, so that's definitely maybe going on too. So slight amount of contraction, no big deal, man. And you know, if you want to get targets, if you ever break to the upside, pretty easy. Just go from that previous high to low, and you know, you're looking at 1272 at 3099. Yeah, that's, you got to break 3000 again, man. That's not gonna be tough. You know, we've been kind of going sideways since January 2018, and as always brought up, you know, every time we're making all-time highs, we're only making all-time highs like 2% by 2%, you know, and then it's just failing. So it's just like gross. Anyway, just another way of looking at it. Okay. Yeah, Jacob G, that was you. I remember someone said it, but you know, memory didn't. I mean, it's just tough when I'm reading chat and trying to manage a stream, you know. We're gonna look back. Oh yeah, Bitcoin Weekly. I think we already did that, but I don't care. Let's do it again. Does that wedge show up on the weekly? Kinda. Not. I mean, you can definitely kind of see it. Oh, wow. I didn't even notice 6,700 was where the 50-week moving average was, too. Holy crap. There's so much confluence at 6,700, 6,800 chat. Like, a lot of it. Dang. Okay. So, there you have it, man. Maybe the wedge on the weekly here. All right. Way below the 20 now, I think, right? Yeah, below that 20-week moving average, but above the 50 and the 200. So, still okay. Negative Momo continued to build. You're making your lowest low this week, barely on candle. Well, you know, we'll know in like an hour or so, hour 2 minutes. Speaking of that, you look on the 8s. Oh my god, man. How do you get the crypto emoji in the jar? You tip anything that's not crypto. You just tip through Stream Elements, anything, and something crypto will fall in the jar. Okay, that's how, Brian. You saying higher lows? No, not on the RSI, not on the daily. I mean, remember about the whole bullish cycle? We never fell below 53 or so. Once we broke it, and we just went straight through it. So still in neutral, I guess, you know, definitely still in neutral territory. Anything above 40 is neutral, 40 to 60. And then anything above 60 is bullish, anything below 40 is bearish on the RSI. So if we're at 45, that is just neutral for now, okay? So weekly is definitely just negative Momos at its highest level since April of 2018. If we get, you know, a higher negative histogram wick, this new weekly candle coming up, you know, less than or about an hour, maybe it's you know, the highest level again, you know, from you know, still April. Whew. So it's been a long time, man, since we've seen that much negative Momo. I mean, Bitcoin's down 3.55% today, nearly $300. Okay, so yeah, maybe a wedge is forming of some sort. Interesting. Good look. That's Jeremy. I think someone else brought it up, maybe the idea of it, and I didn't see it, but it was good. When I saw Jeremy's chart, I was like, okay, maybe this might be a good idea. you know, we'll see. Sure thing, Sprocket. Okay. So there's your weekly again. All right. I don't really, you know, monthly is whatever, dude. So getting the log scale, you know, I don't think you have much of a wedge. I'm not gonna show on the weekly. Okay, so on the weekly, if we have our channel plotted like this, then you got some more downside, right? 7,400 to 7,250 or so, and there's support down there too, looking left. All right, so yeah, definitely. I know we're at 78, 72 right now. But the consolidation we're getting on Bitcoin's not very bullish at all. It's just there is distribution going on in the short term with a buy wall. That's not bullish. Okay. Yeah, well, Michael, man, those people are arrogant to say that. Anything's always possible, man. Gonna be your crypto therapist. I don't even know what the job entails, so maybe. Okay. Dang, dude. So yeah, I've been live an hour now. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, hit that bell. That's
Is that a joint?
Getting more familiar with harmonics and divergences. Really appreciate you and your team in the Patreon. The education area is a gold mine. Cheers, brother.
Oh, Trader Mark, man, thanks so much for the $4.20 contribution, man. The Elon tip. And thank you for the advocacy of the Patreon. Yep. If you want to get better, chat. If you want to learn about what I talk about in stream every single day, joining the Patreon is a great way to do it. It is extremely educational rich, well worth the cost of admission. All right. So, thank you, Trader Mark, dude. Wow. And just thanks for all the patrons. Seriously, the patrons that were, you know, anyone who's ever been a patron, thank you so much. All of you, okay? It's a friggin' honor. And just thank you for giving me a chance, whether you're with me now or not, okay? Yeah, we can look at, yeah, why not look at that? I mean, because it does look interesting. XRP to BTC. Yeah, looking great, man. It's up. Yep. 3.4%. It's rising. Look at the breakout we had, chat.
Bruh.
XRP to BTC. Our common retrace levels. Let me get out of log. Sorry. Common retrace levels 5,551 to 7,521. Okay, so that's you know, the divergence isn't, you know, it was there, but now it's not really clear anymore. So it's good. Good stuff, man. On XRP to BTC. Remember, it peaked out kind of in December, Christmas Eve 2018. You have a breakout, okay? And in time, if just the way we look at XRP to BTC, like any typical asset on any traditional market, we would say this is common retrace levels, okay? And again, that's between the 38% and 61.8% retrace. It's like 5,551 to 7,521, all right? You just join the Patreon. Watch it go over. Yeah, so everyone, keep your eye on this one and understand that if it is the bottom, and look at all the divergence that occurred at the very end. Now I know on the way down it was showing divergence, and just kept selling, but you just got to think at this point, hey man, you broke out the Momo shift. So now what XRP has to do, if you break above 3,342, if you can break that, you're going to have a really fast move up. Really fast. You'll be like, holy crap, to 4,000 cents. It's a very small overhead resistance that you just manufactured in July. You break that, you're going straight to 4,000 to test the August 2018, September 2018, May of 2019 old support, and it'll be resistance. Okay, if you break that, wow, look out, dude. If you break above 4,000, probably see a pretty fast up at 5,466, which is the beginning of the golden zone. So you've got like one major resistance ahead of you on XRP to BTC. All right. Yeah, Brian, thanks, man. Auburn Tiger disconnect. Yeah, any Auburn Tigers in here today?
Bruh.
You know, this is the Auburn Tigers in the rankings of college football.
Practical dip.
That's them, dude. They were kind of exposed a little bit yesterday, even though, I mean, both teams were playing terrible. I think there were 8 combined turnovers in that game. That is terrible. So Nordal, man. Thanks, dude. Okay. So I'm being told to flip a coin. Okay, I know Brett and Cruelty, I think, are both in here. I will get the Bitcoin. Okay, this coin is from the Utah Jesus Man. Eric Coffeen. Okay. Heads is going to be Cruelty. And tails is going to be Brett. Okay. Crap. I don't have my other webcam. And I can't. Let me see what I can do here. All right, hold on. Here we go. Chat, I'm muting my mic just in case. Red is our new Hype King. Congratulations. Big Skin Coffee for the cool Bitcoin. Put it back in the chest, the ancient Ray heirloom chest. Okay. Forgive my legs, dude. Okay. Very good. Very, very good. So our first retired Hype King is real, and his name is Lost Your Guns, but he will always have the title in Discord from now on. But with Cruelty, you're still, I mean, we're putting you, I guess, you're not going to be forgotten, dude. That just because you didn't win because of a coin flip doesn't mean, like, you're never going to get it again. So, I mean, just keep doing your thing, man. Okay. Let me change this real quick. There you go. Brett is the new Hype King. It is confirmed in the top of your screen. You can see it. Good stuff, man. Brett brought us some really good assets. Wells Fargo, Sprint, MPC, and I think a few more. So fantastic. Well, thanks for being here, Professor Sun. Just trying to check on chat's pulse. It's slow right now. Thanks Thanks so much for the 500 people tuned in. Let's get a like spike going. See if we can get 200 likes this stream. Do you think it's possible, chat? We have the power. We have the resources, the human lives to do it. But it's up to you. Come on, that's the challenge. 200 likes. Okay, XRP to BTC. Fantastic. Let's go, dudes. Let's go. There's a lot of upside potential here. Good luck, man. I'm adding an alert if we break above this. Overhead resistance. Could be very good. Okay, so wonder if we look at Ethereum and Bitcoin. Let's look at these. I mean, we continue to look at the BTC pairs and stuff. Look at this one, man. I go to log scale. If you look at it in log scale, it's beautiful, man. Right? It's a beautiful downsloping channel. You're still, you haven't broken out anything. Yeah, you're still deep within it. Not deep, but looks like a double top almost, right? It looks like bearish divergence on the daily. It's not doing anything. Now XRP to BTC is up 3%, 3.4%. This is actually down about 0.5% today. Hasn't done anything. All right, doesn't look that great on the daily, like just in the short term. But its major resistance levels all the way up 24,894 sats, that 25,000 area. Okay. So it was range bound, and then this was the bottom of the range. You finally broke it, but I don't think we ever back tested it. We could run up and back test it some point soon. I don't do predictions. Okay. Trance music takes you back. Well, this isn't trance, man. This is a progressive house, deep house. Is it still global warming down there? Oh yeah, dude, it's like 100 degrees or something. Yes. But it doesn't look like it, does it? It looks like it's freezing cold, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's like 12 degrees in here right now. Good for my PC. But it's really just more so like crypto winter for now, right? Crypto winter can change, but when you're talking, you're in a downtrend and the volatility is terrible, that's crypto winter stuff, okay? Y'all remember last year, crypto winter was for a 3-month period after that rising wedge dump. I think in September, from like September to December. I mean, it was actually December till the dump in mid-December. It was awful. There was no volatility. It was just completely gone, dried up. Nothing got people hyped at all back then. But then that capitulation happened. One stock I want to look at that I might take a long on tomorrow morning. Yext. Someone brought it up. I mean, dude. That's just like perfect. Perfect potential. I mean, it is a bullish Gartley. You have daily bullish divergence. You've got the pattern. You've sold off 78% of the way from that low. I mean, that's value areas. Everything lines up for Yext. YEXT. Good guy. YXT. That's the literal name of the company. It's not even an abbreviation for the ticker. Wild. So yeah, this is something I might want to take a shot on. All right. Just so you know. It's beautiful though. So we got 45 minutes until the weekly close. I'm doing all I can to stick around for it. But you know how it is when you're streaming, and it's just like streaming for 2 hours. It seems easy, I guess, but it requires chat. It requires lots of chat. Oh man, dragging today, man. So did the US dollar sell off? Yeah, it did. It's fantastic, man. I love it on this, the way this channel is so well respected. This 75% trend line, I mean, really since March of this year, every time you hit it, very predictable, right? Just keeps on hitting it and failing over and over and over. So yeah, you might be forming this really nice looking rising wedge on the DXY. You know, a measure move is going to pretty much bring you back down to where the pattern started. So
Johnny M in the mix.
all right, so yeah, it looks like the Fed meeting will be on October 9th, and that's when we're going to get more clarity on where rate cuts are going, since we've had 2 in the past 2 months. Will we get another one before the year's over? Ooh, that's a good straw poll. We'll see, man. That's going to be a, you know, gonna. Alright, create a poll. So go cast your vote, chat. Bitcoin keeps going down. I mean, yeah, whatever, dude. It's in a downtrend. It's in a correction. You not notice that since 3150 it'd been rising though? Yeah, things sell off. They correct. It takes time for them to reverse to the upside again. Well, then go vote, Mr. Russian troll. I think it's just a good time to be cash being king, you know. Having a lot of it ready, dry powder. So we got 10 votes right now. Jeez, man. Y'all sure y'all even want me here? Yeah, big red candle today. And again, they're talking about if we close right here on the daily in 40 minutes, it'll be the lowest candle close we've seen since pretty much June 10th of this year. Sorry. Next poll would be what? How much they will cut? I mean, it's going to normally just be 0.25, right? Those basis points. Really not good how Bitcoin responded to that 200-day moving average gross. Sub-Zrex. Forex is a very efficient market to trade in when there's $2 to $5 trillion exchanged every single day. So extremely liquid and very efficient market. That's what I think about Forex. Just stay away from the bearish cyber on ENPH. No, I mean, like, dude, you're not even trading the cipher. You're not even trading this pattern, this harmonic. It's just there, so you have a good idea of where it could run to and where one could go short at 32, 36. This was a double bottom in itself, a lower low double bottom. So don't even worry about the harmonic till it gets up to 32 bucks, right? You're looking at, hey man, this is like a perfect 3.38 to 1 reward to risk. The bullish divergence on the daily was fantastic. It's beautiful. Okay, man. Well, I thought I could stick around for 2 hours, but can't, dude. All right, if you want to look at the poll, 37 people care, I guess, to vote, just to participate in it. 73% say there will be more Fed rate cuts this year. Okay. There you go. Great. Save it too. We can look at it around Christmas time, if I remember. Oops. All right, man. So Bitcoin's nearly down 4% today. Yeah. Thanks, Mark, man. Appreciate it, dude. All right. I'll be back sometime later. All right. Thanks so much. Till next time, respect the TA.
Johnny M in the mix.